Thank you, and welcome to the 15th Annual Spring Concert presented by the Kellogg Community College Concert Band. I think back to about 1977, and I had been here for a couple years, and we started a new group called the KCC Concert Band with about, I think, 28 people, and we've been going ever since, and the music's been getting more and more difficult, and it's been great. So we're going to open up this afternoon's concert with a very, very nice overture by Claude Smith entitled Emperata Overture. It's in the usual three-part overture format: fast, slow, fast, very rhythmical, very melodic, has many mixed textures in here. It's very lyrical and also contemporary, and I think you'll enjoy Emperata Overture. They don't know what we're going to play next up here. I know. Our next selection is, I call these a change of pace selection. The title of this is Fantasy on a Theme by Samuel Barber. And what the arranger, Barry Kopetz, has done is he's taken, the basis for this composition is a beautiful theme from Samuel Barber's Overture to the School for Scandal. And you'll hear the alto saxophone player play right at the very beginning, close to the beginning, and he presents the theme, the basic theme. And then Mr. Kopetz kind of takes off in that theme and develops a very innovative, creative, contemporary kind of fantasy. This has very kind of quiet nature of the music, great challenge for us, a lot of contrast. It's contemporary, yet this is very beautiful. This is a Fantasy on a Theme by Samuel Barber. Different. Different. I liked it, though. Different. Different. Now we're going to feature our trumpet section. And we are going to perform for you a trumpet trio. Except we are going to feature 3 trumpet trios simultaneously at the same time, all playing together. Right? Okay. This was composed back in 1939, and I played this when I was at Michigan under Dr. Ravelli, and it was quite an experience. Of course, playing under him was an experience anyway. But when you were kind of like a featured group, it was always a real challenge. And we're going to feature our triple trio, the 3 trumpeters. I wanted to make sure they knew what. That's always fun. Okay. Could you hear the trumpets okay out there? Good job. Mr. Gorman, who's the leader, one of the leaders of the section back there, he works those people really hard. I send them out to work for a half an hour on the trio, and I go out and I check and see how they're doing, and they've worked in the first 3 measures or something like that. He works them hard. He is great, I tell you. We're going to close. We will have a short intermission, just about 7 or 8 minutes for us to catch our breath backstage a little bit. We're going to close the first part of this program with a new concert march. This was written in 1991. There's a composer, his name is Joseph Wilcox Jenkins, and he's written over 150 compositions. One of his standards for band is it's titled the American Overture for Band. Some of you may have heard that or played that or something. Well, this is a new march by him, and it's kind of interesting. It's titled Cannonade. That's C-A-N-N-O-N-A-D-E. Cannonade. Now, there aren't any cannons involved in this, so don't worry. But it has a great use of imitation in it. There's a lot of unexpected harmonies and chords and things, and it's a concert march, and we enjoy it. It's not easy. This is one of the great. You always look for new marches. We play Sousa a lot all the time, and you're always looking for that new march to come along. And I think this is one of those that's going to be a real popular march as far as band literature is concerned. This is the Cannonade Concert March. Thank you. We'll see you in about 8 or 9 minutes. Okay, thank you. We're trying an experiment today with Access TV, and we've never had them do one of our band concerts from in here. They do our post-band concerts, and they did the post-band concert a couple weeks ago down at McCamley Place, but we're going to try and see what it looks like in here, and I'll preview the tape, and if it looks good, we'll see if we can get it on television a couple times maybe, and if it doesn't, we'll burn it. No. This next March, you're in here. This is really great. This you're going to experience some history here. Okay, this March, this is the Boy Scouts of America March by John Philip Sousa, and I don't think anyone in Battle Creek has heard this. I don't know of anyone who's ever heard this around here. This was written back in 1916, and Peter Phelps, who was one of our communications instructors here, came to me about 2 months ago with a piece of sheet music, a piano sheet music, and it said the Boy Scouts of America March, John Philip Sousa. It was written for piano. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I talked to my local historian on marches, Bob Harrison, who also plays clarinet for us here, and Bob has a good friend who has a long association with the Detroit Concert Band. And so he talked to him, and the guy said, sure, I have the arrangement. So we've got the arrangement, and we're going to play it for you today. This is the Boy Scouts of America March by John Philip Sousa, and written in 1916, and you're going to be hearing it for the first time. Okay. There is one part in here where we have to whistle. Okay. So I hope they all got a drink of water or something at intermission, because I'm not going to whistle alone, believe me. Okay, this is the Boy Scouts of America. Thank you. Thank you. That's a nice march. That is a nice march. Who wrote that again? Well, now we're ready for the tour de force of the afternoon. This composition was suggested to me several months ago by Gordon Smith, who was one of our music instructors here at KCC. And we found this arrangement, which was arranged back in 1915 by V.F. Safranek of Brahms's Academic Festival Overture. Now, I'm not exactly sure about the story. I've heard several different variations and stories behind this particular overture. Brahms was asked to write this, I think, for money, and as a challenge, and he was asked to include some college fight songs in this. And you'll recognize, I know, at least one toward the end of this. Now, I'm not sure whether it was a joke or whether he did it, for the money or anybody know the story on this? But I'll find out. Read about it in the paper. But this is a really, really wonderful overture. And it's been a real challenge working on this for the past several months. And we'd like to present for you now the Academic Festival Overture by Brahms, arranged by V.F. Safranek. They did a really nice job on that. Real nice job. Well, we go from one extreme to the other. Our next selection is the, I don't know, I guess the antithesis of what we just had. The title of this is Baroque Hoedown. Okay. Baroque Hoedown. Now, this is not a bunch of music about a bunch of cowboys who don't have any money. Okay, we're talking about Baroque down. Baroque, meaning the Baroque era. Okay, Johann Sebastian Bach and George Frederick Handel and people like that. And what Mr. Lavender has done is created this composition that is kind of Aaron Coplandish Wild West, and then every once in a while you hear something that sounds like it came from the Baroque era several hundred years ago. And he's kind of mixed the two together into a really fun kind of selection. I have a little bit of 17th century Baroque style and a lot of Western hoedown style. So you can sit back in this. We're going to have fun and relax and enjoy this one. Okay? This was going to be our last selection of the afternoon, but we're going to close with a march. They asked to do this march that we played a couple weeks ago down at McCamley Place. And rather than end with the Baroque hoedown, we're going to end with a really nice march. But sit back, relax, and enjoy our next selection. One extreme to the other. Okay. We are going to close now with the Great March. By the way, before you leave today, I know you want to go out and walking around the lake and go outside and walk and ride your bikes and everything. But before you do that, you want to get some cookies and things over here. So after our last selection here, out in the lobby, we have punch and coffee and decaf and some cookies and things like that. And help yourself, talk to the musicians, and meet them and relax a little bit, eat some cookies, then go take a walk. Okay. Our last march, Emblem of Unity March, J.J. Richards, written, I believe, 18, let me think here real quick. 19, what is it? It's pretty old. I had this written down. I'm sorry. I'm relaxed that we're kind of, this is great. Okay. This is Emblem of Unity, 1941. There it is, 1941. It's kind of a circus march. And we're going to sit back and relax and just really that's good timing for the circuses in town this weekend. Emblem of Unity, thank you for being here, and hope to see you again. Okay. We'll see you outside in the lobby right here. Thank you very much for being here today. Thank you.